came with bottles in a cedar box, sold tonic fire to a town with pox. They begged for hope, I gave them lies. Watched children burn beneath clean sky. My name changed every canyon wide, left trails of bones where truth had died. Silver speaks where guilt runs dry, and I slept well till the crows flew high. First was Granger found in dust. His eyes were gone, his mouth was rust. Then Lyle bled on chapel stone with words carved deep into his bones. The remedy man will drink his sin, scrawled in blood on Lillian's Inn. A shadow rides where the sun won't go, and I've seen boots that leave no snow. I was a cure, the holy scam. Now death rides slow for the remedy man. No law, no God, no prayer to stand, just ghosts I brew with a shaking hand. At Miller's Bend I made my camp. He stepped through fog with a kerosene lamp. His voice was low, his face was still. He said, you peddled death, I came to kill. His hands were scorched, his eyes like coal. Child I left with a shattered soul. Now grown, now cold, now justice fed. He struck the match and nothing fled. I ain't a ghost, he said with pride. I just crawled back from the other side. He sold my kin a cure for pain, so drink it now and feel the flame. I was the cure, the grinning man, sold false light to the desperate land. But truth don't fade, it brands and brands, and now I burn the remedy man. Ash don't lie, fire won't bend. The ones you fool still find the end.
The town's a ghost with windows cracked and silence where laughs once fell. I walked the streets, my bloodstained once, and heard a deeper hell. Old faces gone, new ones wear the scars, but none will speak my name. The wind carried whispers darker than the fire I'd stoked in flame. They said the boy was gone for good, that justice found its end. But shadows stretch beneath the moon where old sins still pretend. The ground I burn now drinks my sweat, the hollow hums my tune. The price I paid was more than pain, it's buried in the moon. Echoes in the hollow calling out my name. The silence breaks like thunder and nothing feels the same. I thought revenge was justice, but it's a twisted game. Now the hunter's hunted, caught inside the flame. A stranger waits beyond the grave with eyes that know my past. He wears my father's crooked grin and walks the shadows cast. He offers me a crooked deal, one I can't refuse. But every path comes chained in blood, and every choice we lose. I looked for peace inside the fire, but found a darker breed. The man I was is buried deep beneath the blood and greed. Echoes in the hollow, no rest beneath the skies. The sins I thought were finished rise in shadowed lies. I chase a ghost that's me, a name I can't reclaim. In the hollow darkness calls, and I answer once again.
Came like smoke on a Sunday morn, rode in quiet but they left us torn. Burned the barn and took my kin, left a cross and a bottle where Ma had been. I buried them deep with no last rites, dirt on my hands by the pale firelight. No badge came knocking, no judge, no bell, just the wind that whispered, raise some hell. I don't ride for mercy, don't ride for grace. I ride for the red that won't wash from my face. No God gonna answer, no law gonna track. What goes around don't come clean. Red comes back. Their camp near a canyon throat, heard them laughing in the shadows like a murder note. Took my time with the sharpened steel, every scream like a hymn, every wound I could feel. Don't ride for mercy, don't ride for grace. I ride for the red that won't wash from my face. No God gonna answer, no law gonna track. What goes around don't come clean. Red comes back. One leg with blood on his broken teeth said, I got kids waiting down south for me. I said, so did I, till you rolled through. Then I lit his world in that sick rave. Now I ride with ghosts and I sleep with none, woken by the fire that I can't outrun. Every star just stares like a judgment eye, but hell's behind me and it's still dry. No peace in the saddle, no light in the black. Only the sound of the red coming back. Ashes for ashes and blood for track. What goes around don't come clean. Red comes back. Red comes back. Red comes back.
with no shadow. No sound boots never stirred the Texas ground. 10 men fell by his frozen hand, and no one knew where he would land. He vanished cold one winter. Smoke still curled where he picked his fight. Some say dead, some say worse. That Cain became a walking curse. I tracked him down past Devil's Span, through outlaw maps and blood-soaked sand. A rusted town with a broken well, a graveyard gate and a chapel bell. He sat alone drinking tar black gin, the ghost of Cain in a withered skin. He looked right through like he knew my name, and whispered low, "You came for Cain." Whisper Cain, the reaper's guest, left his heart in a whorehouse chest. Killed for corn, killed for fame, but never paid for what he became. Now he stares down heaven's gun and the sins he carved in everyone. Blood don't wash and names don't fade. I came to end what Cain had made. You don't know me, the old man lied, but the scar on his hand he couldn't hide. My mother wore the same one too, the night he left and split us through. I ain't your father, boy, not proud, but the guilt rolled in like a thundercloud. You carry hate like I once did, then I drew fast just like he did. He didn't shoot, he let me fire. One shot rang through the chapel spire. He fell like smoke, eyes open wide, and in the dust the devil sighed. Whisper Cain, the ghost I bled, born of sin, and stories said he killed for gold and tried to run, but blood still finds the bastard son. And I walk on alone unnamed, another whisper just the same. No songs for me, no fame to gain, just silence now. And whisper Cain.
He rode in lead with a stitched up face, black gloves on hands that forgot their grace. No one spoke, just eyes to the ground, 'cause ghosts don't knock when they come back round. He was born where the river bends dry, but they sold his blood when the banks ran high. Sheriff took silver, judge signed the deed, left his kin to starve and the land to bleed. Now the fire took his name and it won't give it back, branded ash with a courthouse crack. Smoke in the timbers, heat in the grain. He don't have a past, just a hunger and flame. He watched them burn through the chapel glass, one by one as the oil turned gas. Didn't blink when the preacher screamed, just turned his back and walked through steam. They called it sin, but they It's revenge in the courthouse pine. Smoke curls slow from the family stone. Now he rides with a voice not his own. Some say justice wears a blackened crown, but justice died when they sold that town. He ain't come back for peace or pay, just to watch the sky turn red and gray. So if you see a man in a shadow coat, with eyes like embers and a murder note, don't say a word, don't stake your claim. The fire took his name, and the fire don't shame.
I left her weeping on a Sunday morn, rode out fast with my saddle torn, took the gold, left her name in shame, buried love for a wanted name. She wore no tears, just a black lace veil, watched the gallows swing in a winter gale. I thought she'd break, I thought she'd fade, but she carved a vow with a blade she made. First was Pike, who forged my lie. They found him burned neath a blood-red sky. Then Jeb, who rode to help me flee, was found with a brand where his heart should be. They said a woman in a widow's black walked through fire and never looked back. Her horse jet dark, her voice like smoke, and every name she swore she broke. She ain't no ghost, she ain't no dream. She's the crack in every outlaw scene. No bullet stops the vow she planned. Hell rides slow with the widow's brand. I hear her spurs in broken glass, the breath of death in a velvet mask. I drink like rain, I rot like guilt. My boots are stained with the blood I spilled. But she don't care for wrong or right, just brands the soul and kills the light. I kissed her cheek and told her lies, and left her heart to vultures' cries. But hearts don't die, they grow like flame, and one by one she took our names. She ain't no ghost, she's blood and bone, a gallows song in a minor tone. I feel the fire in her outstretched hand. Hell has a face and the widow's brand.
in town with the sun burning low. Boots full of ash and a name I don't show. No dogs barked, no kids ran by. Just wind through the doors like a hung man's sigh. Well, the sheriff's badge hung on the nail. The empty bottle on the windowsill pale. But the saloon still stood with a flickering grin. Flames in the glass like sin waiting in. Back my goddamn name. I burned this place, I muttered slow. For blood, for love, long time ago. They took her life and laughed like kings. So I gave them fire, I gave them wings. But towns don't die, they just get still. Till the guilty come back for the kill. And the saloon kept burning every night at 10, like it knew I'd ride through these ghosts again. The smoke spelled words I couldn't outrun. Vengeance ends when the fire is done. But I lit it once and I light it twice. 'Cause some souls burn, don't think twice. Shadow poured me a drink of flame. Said, welcome back, you look the same. It wore her face but spoke like hell. You lit the match, now break the spell. The barroom dance with ash and bone. A silent choir of things I'd known. I took my glass, I took my sin, and walked back out, then walked back in. Yeah, the saloon keeps burning where I laid it low, where justice died and the devils go. The whiskey's foul, the mirror cracks. I see myself in the men I sack. And if this town don't want me gone, I'll burn with it till the past moves on.
Walked in slow through the rotted frame. Barroom dim like it knew my name. The barkeep nodded, glass in hand. Said, ain't seen you since that night it ran. I took my seat by the phantom flame, where the mirror cracked but shows the same. A man sat crooked at the end of the line. I raised my glass and said, that last drink's mine. 'Cause he stole my blood, he burned my home, left me screaming to the ash and bone. But even in silence, you pay your fine, and I swear by the smoke, that last drink was mine. I told him done to me, how she begged for he left her in the creek. He didn't flinch, didn't raise a brow, just stared through the bottle like it spoke somehow. The barkeep poured with a trembling hand, said, "Son, that man's been dead since '89. The seat was warm, the glass half dry, and I swear I heard him laugh when I walked by. Yeah, he stole my name, carved it in pine, hung it over a grave that ain't even mine. But I'm still here, and I still dine with ghosts that drink to the end of the line." Then I caught my face in the broken glass, not aged a day from the day it passed. The barkeep sighed, said, "You never left, just ordered your vengeance and forgot the rest." So if you ride in, feel the chill on your spine, see a man at the bar with a toast and a sign. Don't stay long, don't cross that line. The first drink's yours, but the last one's mine.
Found the rope where the wind won't blow, tied to the limb like it won't let go. 12 years gone and it still ain't frayed, but the branch hangs low like the dead still wait. This boot scuff scorched in the hangman's hill. Rain can't wash what the blood can fill. My brother swung for a rich man's lie, and I came back to ask him why. But that old rope still sings in the evening heat, whispers names through the broken wheat. They thought it ended when his neck went slack, but I brought a noose and I won't come back. No prayer, no badge, no bell that rings, just a list to match what the rope still sings. Judge went blind, but his tongue stayed sharp. Said, "Justice don't bleed, just leaves a mark." I found him weeping in a silver chair, left him swinging like he left us there. Blacksmith's son held the trapdoor rope, laughed when we begged, said, "That's just hope." I lit his forge till the irons cried, and wrote my name where the hammer died. That old rope still sings where the sinners sleep, croons like a crow with a secret to keep. They buried the past in a box of lies, but I'm unearthing where the silence hides. One by one till the gallows clings to every name that old rope sings. Some nights I dream it's my neck next, but his voice says not till the board is checked. So I ride by moon, by fire, by frost, a man half made and twice the cost. That old rope still sings in a whisper low, in every wind where the cold crows go. You can change your coat, change your face, but you can't outrun what the dead still trace. Till every hand wears the gallows rings, I'll ride with the names that old rope sings.
I rode in quiet with
saloon still serves with the gallows in view. Painted the beam, but the blood bled through. Said it was justice, clean and done, but roots don't die just 'cause you cut the trunk. The gallows tree still grows, even when no one sows. You can whitewash the wood, but the rock still shows. You're buried in deep, but a man still knows. The gallows tree still grows. They told me best let old go slide, but I saw my brother in the widow's eye. The blacksmith turned when I passed by, like he heard chains in the hammer's cry. The rope's long gone, the noose unwound, but I found the branch where he left the ground. And under my boots it creaks at night, like wood remembers how to bite. The gallows tree still grows, fed by silence, fed by crows. You can drown it in lies, but the soul still knows. You're buried in deep, but justice rose. The gallows tree still grows. When you hang the wrong man, the wind don't sleep. It carves names in bark that your children will keep. So plant your lies and reap your rose. The gallows tree still grows.
He rode in quiet, coat like tar, eyes like storms in a mason jar. Didn't ask for much, just tipped his brim. Which way they ran, I'll deal with them. 12 names caught his revolver side, each one crossed where a man had died. Not for gold, not law or kin, he rode for blood, and he always wins. Big Dalton fell through a sullen door. 6 cards dropped, then he hit the floor. Red-eyed James met Steele by the creek, tried to curse but couldn't speak. Miss Calhoun dared him at dawn's red light. She grinned once, then lost the fight. He marked her grave with an iron round, then rode away without a sound. Fastest hand, still breathing. No past, no God, no pleading. He don't hunt for law or land, just leaves cold fire where he stands. You hear his name, your heart goes thin. He rides with silence, and the devil grins. One-eyed Boone swore he'd never fall, drew his gun near the chapel wall. 6 shots rang, Boone stood stunned till red bloomed white and his speech was done. Sheriffs drank and locked their doors, preachers
swept on bloodstained floors. He don't drink, don't sleep, don't speak, just watches close, then ends the week. You can run to hills, change your name, but fire knows every face the same. A ghost in leather, a breath held tight. He's not a man, he's gone at night. Fastest hand, still breathing. No trail, no grave, no reason. He ain't justice, he ain't fate. Just a wound that rides too late. From canyon red to dying wind, he walks with silence, and the dead lean in. Sun sinks low behind the hills. Shadows bleed where silence kills. Empty bottles cracked and torn. Echoes haunt a love forlorn. She vanished with the midnight wind, left him drowning deep within. Fires burn where vows were sworn. Ashes mark the dreams that mourn. And the valley weeps beneath cold skies. Songs of loss and whispered lies. He's a ghost beneath the pale moon's gaze, lost in sorrow's endless maze. Night's a war within. Whiskey's voice, a hollow friend. Silent screams that never end. If time would bend and bend again, he'd hold her close, defy the pain. But valleys keep what hearts release, and quiet shadows lost in grief. And the valley weeps beneath cold skies. Songs of loss and whispered lies. He's a ghost beneath the pale moon's gaze, lost in sorrow's endless maze. Broken man's plea, just the whispers in the valley deep.
South past the county's end, where the earth don't crack, the sun won't bend. Found a man in black with a silver tongue. Said, what you want can't be undone. I said, they burned my kin and they laughed at the flame. Hung my brother like a dog, never took the blame. He grinned wide and held out his hand. Vengeance, he said, comes with the brand. I took the red right handshake, felt the fire bite in, signed my soul in the dirt, traded mercy for sin. Ain't no heaven in a deal like that, but felt less like soul. I found the sheriff drinking in town. He saw my face and dropped that crown. One by one they fell to my call. The banker, the judge, that preacher and all. But the fire inside wouldn't settle or sleep. Turns out the devil don't rent, he keeps. I took the red right handshake, now the flames don't fade. Got their blood on my boots, but I never got paid. They all died slow like I dreamed they would, but I still wake up howling in these woods. Red right handshake ain't feeling good. He said justice of peace, you get one, not both. And I was too far gone to see the road. Now I ride where no road bends, a hunter of men with no end. I took the red right handshake, now the stars don't shine, just smoke and ash where I crossed that line. They scream my name through the pines each night, but I gave up God for the devil's right. Red right handshake, now I'm the fight. He rode into town on a one-eyed roan, coat torn up, but he came alone. Bought a drink with a gold-toothed grin, said ain't running, just settling in. Fixed old boots in the blacksmith shed, spoke few words, worked for bread. Never said what the scars were for or why he locked that cellar door. The widow's boy took to him fast, said he smelled like smoke from a burned out past. Taught him knots and how to aim, but never once gave up his name. He held her hand but never stayed, kept a pistol wrapped in a wedding braid. And every Sunday he'd dig one row in a garden the sun refused to grow. But the wind don't care where a man lays low, and blood don't fade in the mountain snow. You can bury your name, you can change your skin, but the fire rides hard, it remembers sin. So when the sky bleeds red through the window pane, they'll whisper soft, he never gave his name. 3 men came with a preacher's ring, said he killed our kin, we want that king. Sheriff asked, you sure it's him? They said, eyes don't lie, just the brim. He kissed the boy in the widow's hand, lit a match with a shaky stand. Took his coat, said lock the door. I ain't who I was, but I ain't much more. 'Cause the wind don't care where a man lays low, and ghosts don't sleep where the rye won't grow. You can beg for peace, plant roots instead, but you can't build love on the bones of the dead. And when the smoke curled up from the window pane, the town just said he never gave his name. There's a grave out back, no stone, no line, just a boy who tends it, rain or shine, and a garden that grows where no seeds were laid for the quiet man who almost stayed. blood on the reins and a bottle of gin. Town looks tired, the wind blows strange, but Saloon sign creaks in the same old range. Well, 10 years gone since the gold got split. His brother swung and the noose was lit. She named his name at the sheriff's gate, so he rode out burning. Now he's back too late. It's a cold trail back when the fire won't die, when the ghosts still speak through a bottle and lie. You can change your face, change your name, but not the stink of smoke and shame. He found her there, still pouring rye, eyes like flint and her truth gone dry. He said you turned, she said I lied, took your place so you'd survive. Turns out the sheriff played them both, took the cut and broke the oath. Now he's bones beneath the floor, and she's been watching the blood-stained door. It's a cold trail back when the fire won't die, but vengeance fades when the truth runs dry. He dropped the gun, she met his eye, two ghosts who never said goodbye.
They laughed when I left with my boots full of blood, said I'd die out there in the riverbed mud. But I healed up slow with a grudge in my chest. Now I'm back at your gates and I ain't here to rest. You took what was mine, left my brother to rot, strung him up high with a crooked old plot. Now your streets look clean, but the truth runs red, and I'm dragging that past back into your stead. You crossed the line, now I'm burning it down. Got a black cold heart and a ghost painted hound. You should have prayed when you still had the time, 'cause I don't forgive and I don't rewind. You crossed the line, you crossed the line. With a slow-packing crew, every man swore they'd settle what's due. One lit the fuse, one watched the door, and I kicked in the sheriff's sanctified floor. Your preacher ran first, and the banker went pale. Funny how cowards all scream when they fail. You called it law, but it looked like a game. Now your courthouse bell's ringing out my name. You crossed the line, now I'm burning it down. With a noose for the judge and a flame for the crown. You should have prayed when you still had the time, 'cause I don't forget and I don't decline. You crossed the line. You crossed the line. Smoke in the rain, ain't no peace for a soul full of pain. I ain't your savior, I'm the debt you owe, and I brought receipts from the fire below. What you stole with time. With my share in hand, buried me shallow in the red rock sand. Climbed from the grave with a fire in my chest, took his name first, laid him down to rest. 5 men down to 4, keep riding through that score. One by one they'll fall. I won't stop till I've seen them all. Found the next drunk on the gambler's floor, still wore my ring that he stole before. Put it back on as the cards turned red, left him face first on the table dead. 4 men down to 3, no grave too far from me. One by one they'll fall. I won't stop till I've seen them all. Caught him trying to pray with blood in his mouth. He begged like a snake, but I stood tall. Let the hammer drop, heard the devil call. 3 men down to 2, I still smell the blood on the dew. One by one they'll fall. I won't stop till I've seen them all. Next one was smart, had a guard and a gate, but iron won't save you from
in the hand of fate. I lit his house with a kerosene song, watched it burn while I rode along. Last one left and he knows I'm near. Every shadow now hums with fear. He dreams of fire and a cold black horse. I'm coming fast with no remorse. 5 men, now it's done. Only me beneath this sun. Their names all carved in flame. I left no one to speak my name. Like thunder that don't speak fast. They say he carved his name in skin, buried 3 brothers, burned their kin. He forged a blade from his father's jaw. As I don't bring mercy, I bring the law. He don't pray and he don't cry, carries wrath like it's justified. Curse etched in crooked pine. He don't chase men, he hunts the hollow kind. He rode to town where the sheriff lied, wore a badge but let good men die. Struck a match on the gallows rope, said your sins still breathe, but you won't. A child wept behind church stone. He tipped his hat and cursed alone. Your God don't speak where liars kneel. He's buried neath your unmade deals. He don't sleep and he don't kneel, carries justice cold as steel. No tombstone tall enough to bind. He rides for those the world left blind. He rides to end the hollow kind. Just scorched ground and an iron name. If you hear boots drag through the pines, lock your doors. He hunts the hollow kind. Hearts full of hate, we lit up the vault like a thunderstorm. Took what we could and ignored the warning. Rider Joe caught one to the spine, never made it past the county line. Cole swore he'd hold, swore on his life, but I saw him run when they grabbed his wife. And 3 went in, but I'm the last to crawl, bleeding in the sagebrush, back to the wall. They'll ride us down as nothing but sin, but they don't know what we were running from then. And 3 went in.
something I wasn't told. Now I'm riding slow, breathing in flames, my saddle stained with the price of names. A wanted man with a cross to bear, but I'd do it all again if I found him there. Three went in and I bear the brand, burn into my chest like the lawman's hand. They'll hunt my trail till the canyon ends, but I'll die with my boots, not begging for amends. Three went in on a ghost ride with the wind. They say sin's just a way you choose, but sometimes sin's the only truth. If heaven won't have me, hell my grin, 'cause I ain't the worst of where I've been. Three went in and the night stood still. One for gold, one for blood, one for the thrill. And if they ask who I was back then, tell them I died with my brothers and a loaded sin. Three went in and the last won't ride again.
Midnight smoke curls at the crossroad line. Shadows whisper deals where the lost souls dine. Leather boots hit dirt, heart's a loaded gun. Devil's got his eye on the outlaw's run. Crossroad Devil, trade your name for flame.